Welcome. Welcome to Celebrate Aging. This is Emmanuel Community, and we are at the cottages today where we're going to visit with a lady named Sylvie Horkin. And Sylvie is a very busy lady. She is busy writing memories. And we're going to talk today a little bit about those memories and about how we want to encourage people to be sharing and writing and remembering. Yes, indeed. In fact, Sylvie, I have in my lap an memory that you wrote out about the 4th of July. It says, fond memories of a happy...
Norwegian.
Norwegian? Are you Norwegian?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure the Germans have some happy memories too, and we want to encourage them to write them down. But I appreciated all the things in here. In fact, that's the great thing about memories. Once you start sharing, then somebody else has a story, and before you know it, you got a great conversation going. How did you get started with all of this?
I've always wanted to be a writer, ever since I was little, I think. And I've always tried to write something, both poetry and prose.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, I was just going to show the people a little bit about how you've organized your things, because organization is good. But because Sylvie's eyesight isn't so well right now, you have macular degeneration, right?
Yes.
And there's many people that have that, and it can make us discouraged sometimes. But notice how she has the wide line paper, and she's able now to record her memories in her own handwriting, which I'm sure your family is just thrilled about.
I think they will be.
Does your family encourage you to write all this down?
Yes, in a way. I think it's vague to them what I'm doing.
Well, let me tell you, once they start reading, they're going, this is great. They're going to be so thankful. I know I'm thankful. I'm thankful to read as well. So if you've got those memories, start writing them down. Now, I'm going to read a little bit, some of these, and we are going to show you just exactly how it goes. Now, this one says, how time flies when you're having fun. And this is what Sylvie wrote. I was resting down by the warm fireplace when my friend had 2 visitors. I paid no attention to them till I heard one of them say, well, that was 70 years ago in 1941. My husband and I were married in 1941. Is it possible that that was 70 years ago? Then you really started remembering, didn't you?
I sure did.
Indeed, indeed. Now, I think you were sharing, where did you and your husband live when you were first married?
We moved to California because he had a job out there. He wouldn't get married until he could support me and not...
Well, what a noble idea. And so he worked, where did he work?
He worked at Lockheed. Okay. He was hired before he went out. Okay.
And then didn't he work for was he in the service, or did he work?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. When the war broke out, he joined the Navy. Mm-hmm. And, well, when that was over, then we started moving around with the company that Massey Ferguson, used to be Massey Harris.
Sure.
And he worked for them for 17 years. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't want to go into head office because it was such a rat race. So he told him he was going to resign, and he started working for a little company out in Gwinner, North Dakota called Bobcats.
And that's been in the news lately, the Bobcat plant in Gwinner, North Dakota.
Is that right?
That's right. They're working at keeping it open and keeping people employed and making the good products they do. Then you said, my husband died in 2003. We had been married 63 years. Wow. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. How quickly the years fly by. Yesterday you were a little child, and now you have grandchildren of your own. And then it says, I'm 93 years old, looking forward to reaching 100.
Right.
So you've got your dreams right in there too. 93 years old. Well, and that's all from just sitting resting at the fireplace where you overheard a conversation and off your memories took you, huh?
That's a good place for thinking.
By the fireplace?
Yeah, and here too in that chair. I call it my thinking chair.
Everybody needs a thinking chair. You know, now that I'm thinking about that at the USO dancing, I was visiting with another lady, and she said that her husband too was out in California. See, you know, my memories hook up with your memories, and then I start thinking other things. But she did dance at the USO with the soldiers, and she said you had to actually fill out an application. I suppose they wanted to make sure you could dance.
I wouldn't be very good at that.
Well, you've got other fond memories of treasures in a box and the coffee can of pocket treasures.
Oh, that's fun.
I think that has to do with your son.
Yes.
And the old spinning wheel. And I remember reading that. You said there was a spinning wheel up in your attic or your parents' attic?
Parents' attic. My husband's parents' attic.
Okay.
It just, well, it set me to thinking about what might have happened when they were dating, and how they would perhaps turn the lights down low and plan for their future.
Aww.
And I just, I don't know if it was a shuttle or what it was that moved back and forth, broke, and that was what controlled the speed of the wheel.
Yeah, sure,
wheel.
sure. So someone someday was going to fix it. That's why they kept it up in the attic.
Right.
But as they kept it up in the attic, so it was another reason to think and to have memories and to write them down. So I hope everyone had an opportunity in the local paper to read about the 4th of July memories. I hope you had wonderful memories that you can share and tell the stories. And if you have opportunity, write them down like Sylvie writes them down. So her children and grandchildren can enjoy and remember, and pretty soon maybe you've got a budding writer in the family that wants to be just like you.
Would be nice.
Wouldn't that be nice? It's always fun to have good stories. She also has stories about the tornado in Fargo, and this was back in, this was a time ago. Let me just take one little second. You said I was picking strawberries in the backyard when I noticed a bright pink cloud over North Fargo. If I had looked closer, I would have seen houses and all sorts of things flying in the air. We had been to the library that afternoon, and I told the kids they could read till bedtime. I continued reading when they settled down for the night. And I was surprised to see Cliff when he walked in at 10 o'clock, because he always came home Friday night for the weekend. He was a traveling salesman. So here we get into more of those good memories of the family and being together. So that's what we encourage you to do today. As you have your good memories, write them down and let them be here for your children and your grandchildren and for your neighbors and for people like me who want to hear about the stories and memories that you have. So this is Vicki and Sylvie wishing you a great day.